I think it is because all parties, to my knowledge, as I reflected in that press conference, have exposure to foreign interference. So this would relate to China having access to parliamentarians, I believe, in all parties. This would relate to India having access to some politicians to a lesser degree. And I should add, uh, I believe that extremists within the Sikh community, which India is targeting egregiously in Canada, I don't think we should forget that there are extremists within the Sikh community in Canada that I believe should be related to concerns of foreign interference or geopolitics playing out in Canadian communities in a very dangerous way. It's when I say that Liberal MP Mary Ng, according to 3 national security sources, is one of 11 Toronto area candidates allegedly implicated in a network in a way that CSIS assesses she was not witting. So some of these network members allegedly are very knowing of the activity, the clandestine activity of China, some not knowing. And I was informed that Mary Ng is one of those 11 candidates, which CSIS looked at in terms of being unwittingly implicated in that network.
But what really bothered me, Sam, about the Hogue inquiry, this is supposed to be a look into foreign interference, yes, generally, but we all know what precipitated the Hogue inquiry. It was Chinese interference, election interference, especially in Toronto. That's what precipitated this. A whistleblower from CSIS precipitated this inquiry. And now Trudeau is talking about India. India is the main threat. It's these Indian diplomats sitting around plotting murder and mayhem. And that was his entire focus. Let's not talk about China, except if it involves conservative MPs, then they're implicated. But it's India. Do you think Trudeau deliberately hijacked and is hijacking this foreign interference inquiry?
I do. I read his comments in the same way. I thought they were egregiously inappropriate. And first, let me say that I do believe that the Prime Minister does know about a number of MPs in all parties implicated. So he was correct, I believe, that he does know the names of current and former Conservative politicians that, if I can paraphrase his remark, strong intelligence indicates would be seriously implicated. So I believe I can tell your listeners and viewers, I think Trudeau was right. But yes, by the same token, he was egregiously partisan. Even in his own words, he said, I'm going to get a little more partisan than I planned to. And at that moment, if I could read the mind of Justice Marie-Josée Hogue, or the commission lawyers that had to sit there and let the Prime Minister, with respect due, unroll his partisan talking points, that undermined the whole basis of the inquiry, which was not supposed to be partisan. And remember, the Conservative Party had less legal standing than others. And Commissioner Hogue's argument was, we don't want this to be partisan. So I thought that was very damaging. And I did think, I think I can assert as an expert that was a key deflection. And he pointed to the opposition leader and their lack of a security clearance, insinuating that the leader didn't want to know about problems with his own party. And again, I say, look, there could be something to that, but it is very interesting how a lot of the Ottawa media, who don't do any footwork to find out, what is the real evidence underlying the major threat to Canada. At my press conference, I played a tape recording with the senator talking to overt Chinese communist agents and promising to protect their activities. Yet a lot of the Ottawa press gallery isn't chasing down evidence like that. They jumped on the Prime Minister's remarks, and suddenly the story has become, I agree with you, it's about, does the opposition have a bigger problem? And it's, I think people that have been following this know, it's quite clear that the Prime Minister and his senior staffers are directly implicated in a cover-up. And it's because, their party has been more vulnerable to the biggest by far threat, which is China.
Thank you for watching this episode of Stand on Guard and being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right channel. If you've watched this episode to this point, you've watched it all. And that's really important for a small station like this. We always say subscribe, hit the bell, be a part of the KRAYDEN resistance. Resolve to resist. That's what we're doing. And if you become a subscriber, if you're a supporter of this station or a member through Substack, through YouTube, and now you can be a local as well, that's so important to us because I couldn't do this without you. I made a decision to become an independent journalist about a year ago because I wanted to bring all of my experience in the military, in journalism, to you. I don't promise anything I can't deliver. I don't offer clickbait. I offer truth. The truth is out there, and it's my job to bring that truth to light and to you. Thanks for being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right resistance, and we'll see you again soon.
So we are in a very precarious position in this country. We need a political change, but we also need to resolve to resist.